let's move on to Monica and Brandy. I know y'all have been talking about Monica and Brandy for a minute, child, for the past couple of days. We all talked out about Monica and Brandy. We went live immediately following the verses on my Patreon, my little private Patreon. And we dissected Monica and Brandy. We dissected every little move. We saw every little shady comment, child. I got notes. Hold on, let me get my notes together. I got notes on Monica and Brandy, honey. Because when Monica had said, you know, because I never had media training and Brandy co-signed it, everybody around me was like, oh, the shade. Is that shade? What is going on? So a lot of people seem to feel like there was some animosity, but I don't know that there was. I wanted to look. Monica even posted a few images, and she, you know, seemed to be keeping the peace. She seemed to be keeping the peace on her side, and she said, you know, everybody has their own little thing. Like, y'all put in the chat who y'all were rooting for. Are you team Monica? Are you team Brandy? Who do you think, you know, took the lead in the verses? Are you both? Like, what's going on? Let me know. So Monica posted this picture, and she said, my prayers have been said as well as many of them answered. Communication and compassion bridge the gap that not many will understand. I celebrate you, Brandy. Your legacy, music, and catalog are undeniable. Hashtag B7 available now. Now, Brandy also gave Monica some props. You know, Brandy was like, her woman crush Wednesday is Monica. She was like, love your new song with Lil Baby, Trenches. Thank you for holding it up in music and never giving up no matter the trials and tribulations you've had to face. Proud to stand next to you and to have made profound history with you. Y'all hear the violins playing. How y'all feel about Monica and Brandy? You team Monica, B Rocker is the truth. As far as music, I love both, but Brandy was shady as hell. Monica posted the photo to hide the fake. How you know Monica's outfit ain't real? You don't know this to be factual. Monica has, custom, So I was, lurking around the internet, and I noticed that Monica posted this video from Entertainment Tonight, which basically even confirmed that there was some tension on the set. So I was like, oh, if Monica posting this must be true. Hold on, let's look at this for a second.
Brandy and Monica feud that's been going on for over 20 years. Well, last night, 1.2 million people watched the ladies in a versus battle of their hits. We were exclusive behind the scenes where there was a lot of love and a little tension.
I spent a lot of years just puzzled, but kind of going through my own things in life too. And so I found it easier to just stay apart than to come together.
So we were on the same page. I just wanted to go talk to her and see her and just tell her that, just how I felt.
I'm a straight shooter. I had something I wanted to say.
I'm a straight shooter too now. Aren't you proud?
Yes. I'm here for it.
There was a time when I was kicking in doors with some pictures.
Sure was. There's people know about it. I was one of them ones.
One of them ones that what? It took a very adult conversation. There's no shame in saying that.
She beat me to the point. We appreciate Entertainment Tonight being here. That's big.
Thank you.
The ladies made up before hitting the stage, but what was the beef all about? Well, something big happened at the 1998 VMAs. Rumors swirled of a fight on set.
Y'all remember the VMAs?
That's not what happened. That sounded like I was abusive.
But you the one said you would keep being involved.
But I didn't say you.
It feels good too, and it feels real. Like, what is this? What are we doing? This is amazing. Listen, come on.
It's definitely a new day.
But when we showed them our interview from that day, they only have fond memories now.
I'm really ecstatic about the fact that we got the opportunity to be here, rehearse on stage.
Oh, look at this. That's fresh face. This is our first time ever performing it together, so we're like really hyped.
If you look at the end of that performance, regardless to what you may have heard about what happened during that performance, if you look at the end of it, you see two women that are excited, that are happy, that are grateful. And that's the same thing that happened today. So it's kind of like the unexpected works for us.
The two are all smiles and hugs now. Monica even dropped her new thing.
Wait a minute. I don't want to be look. Hold on. I want to show this one last clip before I got a little surprise, but I want to show this one last clips. Shout out the true exclusives for this little behind the scenes clips.
I'm ready to cook and lay down.
Oh, yes. First of all, now, let me tell you why I like him. Because he loves you? No, because he rolling when you roll. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, but he ain't going to disrespect you. No, but he still roll when you roll. Like, you got some too right behind me. It's like all day. Shoulders.
But thank you all for being so supportive. And even no matter what's happened, the history is what it is. It cannot be changed. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
They don't. What was the numbers tonight?
4.2 million.
4.2. I said 4.2. Yay! I said 4.2. I said 4.2. 10 million. Wait, 10 million. What you mean? 7? 7 million including official. You sure? Tell us. Are you sure, bro? You know you can't be having no numbers. You can't. You know they'll put us on the wrong room with that. Oh look. I said 4.2.
If you add Apple Music and Instagram.
Damn.
History.
Damn. Shout out to the ladies.
History has been made.
Really touched the millions of people tonight. Not just with our music, but with our energy.
Yeah. Because energy doesn't lie.
It doesn't lie. You can tell when somebody being bad.
And not even that, you could tell when somebody's just tolerating. You know, just tolerating or dealing. But tonight it was fun. It was good for us to be able to dive back into what's most important, which is the music.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest part of both of our lives. You gave half of your life, I gave half of mine.
And our childhood. We gave up our childhood.
All of it. I never experienced the prom or any of the other things that people take for granted. So it's like this being our life is huge for us to be able to come into the homes of people now since they can't come out.
Thank you so much. You did a
You
great
can't
job.
come to shows. You can't enjoy the things you normally enjoy. But all I can say is keep hope in front of everything that you do.
Yeah.
Hope and faith. The two will get us through.
Yes, and these kind of times can make some people lose hope and faith. And this is the time to have it the most because, you know, I believe that God will take care of all of this, you know. And it's unfortunate we have to lose people, you know, in this time, but I really believe that we can make it through. I really do. And tonight is like, I'm gonna be talking about tonight for the rest of my life. Honestly, I can't wait to go in the car and just be like, oh my God, it was just
And
so
then it make you
amazing. It's
actually want to kind of
amazing.
hear all the songs over again.
I know, like
It was an odd thing when it ended. It's like now I want to hear more.
I'm a little mad at your DJ because he's cut your songs off too.
No, my DJ did as told.
Okay, but that's instruction. Okay, well, okay. Because he could have played a little.
Now you know.
Because right in the meat of it is like I'm about to do my harmony with it and it cuts off.
Let me tell you
Who does
something
that?
about Mars.
Last question.
He's been with us.
Mom,
He's been with us.
Brand.
could have held
That's
that.
my day one.
A little more.
That's my day
Shout out to my DJ Carissa.
He did it so.
for playing a
What
little
was your
bit
favorite part of the night from each
Just a
other's
little
set?
longer.
Should do that because look.
Yeah.
Hold on, Monica. Look, Brandy said the DJ wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, and I was like, let me call the DJ and see what he was supposed to be doing that he didn't do.
You're funny for that one. That was a good one.
You gotta admit that was a good intro, Mars.
That was a perfect intro.
Can you introduce yourself? Who are you?
My name is DJ Mars. I represent Clark Atlanta University. I represent world famous Super Friends, and clearly I represent Monica. Clearly. Yeah.
So, what you were supposed to be doing, DJ Mars? I thought you was having a blast. I really appreciate you and all the A-Town flavors. You was throwing up in there.
So the thing is, we were told by Apple to only play the songs for 90 seconds. A minute and a half. That was it. So we edited most of our songs. We played 21 songs. We edited them for a minute and a half. I think like 17 to 18 were edited specifically for a minute and a half because that was what we were told. A couple of them maybe went for 2 minutes. So again, we've just followed protocol. That's exactly what we had to do. That's exactly what we were told. So Brandy wanted us to play the whole song, but that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what we were
Y'all would
told.
have been there for 5 hours.
Yeah, we would still be there playing album cuts. So, so the good thing is, it sounded like she was enjoying Monica's music. She wanted to hear more of it. That's the takeaway that I'm getting. But we just followed protocol. Now she was playing longer versions of her songs, but we were specifically told 90 seconds. So you,
Okay.
you know the record, like you know what I mean. Like, so that the whole event wasn't about listening to the whole song. It was just
Hmm.
listening to the song to get to the part that you know and love, to to celebrate the music. But again, you heard Monica say. Now here's a funny thing. I don't know if you saw. I walked around the backside of Brandy. When she said, I turned around and I knew she was joking. I didn't take anything seriously and whatnot. But I mean, as Mo said, he did what he was told because that was the parameters in which we had to live. 90 seconds per song, or else we would still be there playing music.
Well, look, Mark, I just want to get your input on, all of the hoopla that's, surrounding it. Like, how do you feel about being part of this historic moment?
It was dope. We had no ideas what the number. We had no idea what the numbers were going to be. That was actually never even a discussion from Team Monica's standpoint. Like, we were never like, "Yo, I hope it gets to XYZ." That was never a discussion prior to the event. So I forget what point it was. Okay, I know exactly when it was. At 8:09, my son texted me and he was like, "Yo, you're at 617,000 viewers before." He said specifically before one song was even played. So this was when I'm DJing, when I'm doing my ATL classic R&B set. We were at 600,000, and then I think I forget what point we got to, like 1.2 million. And the producers were telling us, like, he would walk up and say, "Yo, we're at 1.2," and it was just crazy because now you're like, "Yo, this is the historic conversation started to happen around that point."
I see your the text that was on your Instagram because I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God. But yeah, I was in there when it was like 1.2 million, and I was like, dang, this is like history. They gonna break the internet. Who would have thought it?
It was, I mean, it was crazy. So that at that point is when we started to realize, yo, this is bigger than what we all expected. Again, I lie to you not. No one prior to that moment, at least from our camp, was like, "Yo, I wonder what the numbers are going to be." It was never even mentioned. So when you hear those numbers, then you realize, "Yo, we did something here."
You
Like,
did.
we
But
did.
that's when I took the screenshot. It was at 1 million when I took the screenshot, and I was in there.
You got to send me that screenshot.
Yeah, I will. I will. It's on my YouTube wall or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was like literally like, oh, it's so great that Mars is there. I was really like, in my feelings that I wasn't there. But that's a whole that's a whole other can of paint. I don't go out the house no more. But there's that.
What you-
Everybody's like, shout out to Tyler Perry. How was it being in that atmosphere at Tyler Perry Studios? Like, what was going on while they were doing it?
you felt like you were on the set of a TV show. Like that's exactly what the feeling was. The fact that we're at Tyler Perry Studios, very historic feeling. We were in Studio 11, and each of the studios are named after famous black entertainers. I forget who Studio 11 was named after, but you're in Atlanta, you're on the South Side, you're in a place where this brother has bought this land and he built the biggest movie studio in the country, and you're there rocking. It just felt great. I mean, I can't. It sounds cliches, but it just felt great, and then to be an integral part of it. So not only was I the DJ for the pre-show, I was the one cueing Monica's music. So whenever she was like, "Yo," basically, I got a song, you want to hear it, here it go, boom, that was me. So you know, my involvement goes deeper than that, but to be involved with the producing of the edits, the song selection, like it was a team effort from day one, and it was
Yeah, that
amazing.
song selection was fire. I just gotta tell you that song was like everybody I know, like we all was like having group parties everywhere. I was at my little party online. Everybody had their wine. It was great.
That's
So,
dope, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. We just had a good time. Like
well, I won't hold you up. I know I see you in the parking lot. I don't want to, but I did want to.
I'm parking lot pimping on them. I'm parking lot pimping.
I gotta catch you when I can. Shoot, I just be seeing you driving in the street. That's all I'd be like, honk, honk, hey, bye. But I appreciate you for we gotta catch up. We gotta catch up soon.
Yeah. No, thank you for the reach out. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you. I got you anytime. All right, bye. Shout out to DJ Mars. Y'all don't know who DJ Mars is. That is Monica's tour DJ. He was the DJ that was in the house during the verses. And we all witnessed that. And I just be like, oh child, let me call some people and see what's going on. And I told my Patreon, I ain't gonna get nobody in trouble. I ain't gonna ask I ain't gonna ask no dirt. The little dirt I get gonna be behind the scenes. I ain't gonna put nobody on blast or nothing. But I did want to like show y'all. And then when I saw that clip where Brandon was like, yo, DJ didn't do what he was supposed to do, I'm like, let me call up Mars, honey. Let me call up Mars and see what Mars got to say about that. And it wasn't shade. It really wasn't shade. Like he said, it was that, she wanted to hear more of the music. But again, what I say, I digress. Now, I think I've covered everything. If you are here, it's 1,500, including Facebook. If you are here, go ahead and like this video, please, and thank you. And I would love to hear from you guys. I want to know what y'all thought about the Monica and Brandy. Like I told you, I'm all talked out. So